Oh, it's you know that full firm Cocklin's, Miss Frush, Piggy, whatever you want to call it. I'm not bothered. I just think it's hilarious. Oh, your full firm, your old firm, your old mates, these people in you know, my profile picture. These were all your mates. These were your low compadres from the decade saga. You know, the one that you don't think is a risk to women and children. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The same one that goes on to Paddy channel. It's like, I've just walked up. I've just walked up and I've just seen this. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, wow, they don't like the truth, do they? Their mates, their loyal compadres. You know what I mean? Their compadres right there. You got Cumberland Donna on the left. You got Danny Christie, Gary Furby, Steve Ray right next to them. And next to Gary Furby, you got Big Bry, the one that is the fair play man in the film. And of course, others that are there as well. And in that corner where that arrow is pointing is Emma. Now, we all know why you stood in that corner. Because each and every one of them told me that you stunk of piss, you and Bry. You stunk of piss. Like you haven't had a wash for a month. Wow, who else does that? Who else? You know, people that do that. Oh, it's so great to be me and the people that are around me. Because the next thing is this is so everyone that is a fake account, we both have a name for each and every single one of you. And I'm gonna put every last name out there because I've had to report an incident. The threatened people and they had to go down that road. You wonder their devices keep on getting took off. How many laptops, how many computers, how many phones, and how big, what neighbours all. Honestly, God, these must have a mint discount that they can't wear them. They won't be off with them, can't get a contract phone back. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But this picture means a lot. This picture means a lot. Innit, Emma? This picture is, like you said, Gary Third is on the grass, but goes along with the man in the shed. Like Ebenezer Grimsblatt. Remember, Emma. Remember this. When you were the one that pretended me was the man of Carlisle, Johnny Jameson, weren't you running to Humboldt trying to send Paddy on the grass? Weren't you good friend with Donald Humboldt? Very interesting. Very interesting. And I think you're there again. And I do think you're going at Paddy. I think you can't gather intelligence trying to manipulate the full situation. Because ever since you got involved with Paddy, your husband's been sent down, you've been nicked, and your devices took off you. It's quite weird, isn't it? it's quite weird. You've lost all hope for who you used to be, Emma. Not the pretend gangster you want to be, and how you thrive off every man that's got a criminal history. It's funny, it gets me. And like my mother said to you on the community page on Paddy Cumberland, like I've said to Paddy, you can use your platform to go at anyone you want. Because you've got good numbers, and you can set them rules about. I've just watched the video with you. You've got dementia. You're losing all hope. You've got no friends. The people around you are there to protect. On orders from higher up. You also got to realise you call people out. You proved that you're a good master. Emma once said he was part of the child protection team with Tony Burt. He was the one that was orchestrating the post getting brought out about decades. Paddy was also known about certain people in Carlisle putting decade boundaries through. He knew about that. He also knew about other things on here. You can't see little girl, can you? You really, really, really can't see the future. I've watched you for many months now, and our Paddy's used you. He's used you like the silly little girl you are. He's being intelligent. I can't be having a conversation, Emma. Remember the Danny Ferry situation years ago with Paddy, Tony, and Paul Ellison Ronda? Like how Ronda got to use her skills by manipulating Dickie's voice notes about Tony, and how Dickie has always been in that corner. You've always stood up against Dickie, haven't you, Emma? You were the main one in the group. It's always you, never Bri. It's always you. And you've always got up with that beating, don't you? It's like with Jim, it's like when I told you years ago about your mate, Maria. And I told Maria, I said I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. And I said that back to you. I said, don't trust Maria out. But she slagged you off. You're not got no hope in hell of success. You land in a jail like your mate Conroy or like your husband. You cry your eyes. I can't. I've got a water infection. You play on. You're grassing on everyone. And you can't see it. And when you use your famous phrase that you're a liar, I think you said that word too many times to actually believe the lies that you're on. It's quite scary, to be honest, because I think you have got mental health. I think you do struggle with being someone of a normal character instead of being the white people. And I know you probably can't get that outcome with. You can't get that leg on it no more. Your husband's bedbound and you've got to look elsewhere and you've been friendly with these JCB boys and you've got Jimmy watching the cameras for you, paranoid because you've got yourself into that situation. The party life ain't thinking you're an awful man. You think you've got friends on here. You did have friends, and they're all in this picture now. Remember at the start, Emma, the very start, when this was all
just to target death. You remember that, how far you go back. But you've got to see the bigger picture of, because the girl saying, yeah, Paddy walking into a police station, walking down my line, and a live online is a pure grass. And then you've got people like Brittany. You also got to think about the people and the allegations that have been going around who's been to Paddy's farm, who's helped Paddy, who's donated to Paddy. It's quite scary, and it's on the borderline of it's tips at that. Like I said earlier on yesterday, there's two spokespeople. Paddy Conway is the spokesperson for Davy Eslop's own film, as is humble for the sayers stay raised. Where do you fit into this? Because I just feel like when I told you time ago that you'll say anything any man will tell you to do, and you do that. You haven't proven nothing. You're in all these little troll groups, and you've got all these people thinking you are in charge of these people. You're not, because if you get sent down, and where do you want to be? It's like when you have Dodgy Dave in your house, Video Craig in your house, you've had Steve Wraith in your house, all these people that helped bring the profile up of your husband, who is seriously ill and doesn't look like does have long left. Same as Paddy. So where will you fit in after these two pro? Are you gonna sell up and use every book deal and right that your husband's got, and then go and waste it all on cocaine and drink and give up with the ones that you look after? Because we all still know you got your flat right car, because you were getting me an address of the probation service. So who do you take back to that flat? I don't feel like your husband goes to the flat. I feel like you use that as a bachelor pad or a pigsty. You're busy, mate, but I was getting charged next week. Funny that, isn't it, Tracy Johnson? Was it spam? It could be spam, ham, tram, a dam. We just don't know. It's like you put a case in air. You're picking on a vulnerable woman, my friend Sharon, who cares for her husband, who looks after her husband for the last 20 years, doesn't put YouTube first and doesn't cause drama. That's what a real wife does. She has a lovely treat every couple of weeks to de-escalate the stress and the hardship she's going through looking after her. Not jolly enough, thinking I am it and I am that, and causing harm online. Because I am going to make a montage of every threat that you've done, every accusation you put out there. Same with your little mate, Cumberland. Couldn't care less. Because like I've always said in like your little account, we all know about your edits. We all know about Paddy's little mate, Paddy editors, a little whiz with the computers. What about his accusation? What did he get done for? Did he get branded all over the face? Or what's he been lifted for? We all remember Anita. We all remember the passionate that me and Apollo Creed went in on them. And when you put up about the dark side, I would actually like to speak to Tony on a level, and I do mean that. Because if you can speak to Dickie in a chat, who we all know about, we've all seen, all witnessed about what's happened. What about the shadow boxer? What about Brittany May? What about the rest of them that gave Paddy's at the farm and spoke to that no wrong? So what makes a difference when Paddy's putting his arm around Tony, doing labour on the farm, and said that Tony Burke, I knew about Tony Burke, my family member told me about Tony Burke way before I even met. That was Paddy's words on it. All clipped. Because he's great. And I'm just watching you put everything out, and then we can go counteract it. He's quite pathetic in a way. It's quite funny. He did lick Tony's arse. Remember all the road trips he was putting donations about? I remember all of this with Tony and Paddy. All them donations, all them stairs, all that crap. They always remember Tony saying to me, want to come to Paddy's farm and do a bit of graft for him? And I went, yeah. All them road trips with Bull and the rest of them. Like with Bob Smith. You knew about all that, Paddy. You knew about every last detail. You knew about every last inch sheds. Oh, I remember the shed. iPads. There's loads. Remember when you set his StreamYard up and his monetisation as well, Tony? There's quite a lot. But as I used to know Tony, I see a man that's backing down, hiding away. I mean, you're seeing, I've heard people say that there's 3 pages of his acro missing. Yeah. Where's your paperwork, Paddy? You haven't put nothing out. Like you cocked your fight with the Sayers. You know what I mean? What was it you said? You had a hernia. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in the middle of Hayden Bridge, nowhere near Newcastle. When you went to the BKFC, you had to jump in the back of a van thinking Shadow Boxer and Jimmy Justice Miller was going to back you up. And then you had to threat Video Craig. What about the things that you said about Video Craig, Paddy? How you, Emma, had him in your house doing a podcast with your husband. Crazy, isn't it? Your daughter speaks to you, but you hide. Ask, what do you think of Bernshire? Do you agree he's an ugly wrong? I don't think he's a wrong, and I admit it now. It would have been proven when Maria Howard said she had 10 minutes recording. Emma knows that's true. You know what I mean? Emma knows that's true. Like I said, it's quite serious, isn't it, this allegation? Because I always remember Maria Howard. Remember right back at the start, I got you to read out a victim statement through Tony Burke, how you rang me up, questioning me, seeing if you trust me about dodgy Dave. And you've done the same with Tony. I remember Scotch Bird, me and her sitting for 8 hours. Oh yes, I'm not finished with this. I remember when you rang Paul Ellis up as Royal Maria, asking you to be unblocked, when he sat there when that young lass done that video. You're not that innocent, aren't you? People ain't dumb. I know what Tony Burke is. I've heard it off the people in York. I've heard it off the travellers. I know what Tony is. I know Simon Gringo that's well active in York. I know Kale Adams, Alfie, Levi Deer, Alan and Tony. I know them all. But it's funny when John McLean was asking about people boxing that recording about Tony. Funny, wasn't it, how the tables turned and all the people that you were associated with, because you were friends with Tony, weren't you? And I don't really want to blow him up here, but wasn't he the one that went to the Balls house when you tried to the car like you ran off like fucking big, the fucking big? Mad, innit? It's fucking mad. You can't say nothing about Tony Burke. I've watched every live he puts up. I have witnessed what Tony does. I witnessed. You were pals, same as Maria, same as Paddy. And because he's fucked you off, you don't like it. That's a fact. It's a fact. Tony Burke, Humble Dryer, Ash, Irish Ball, Axel, Dodgy Dave equals Disclosure TV. But let's put something straight. It's definitely not Humble Dryer. Because he said something very interesting, didn't he? To the Humble PD files. You know? I'm watching The Great Escape. Now, I was watching The Great Escape before I went live. On a British TV. Silly boy. You were bang on Ash. They kicked Tony's ass and Tony wanted. You know, that's what I'm saying. When Paddy Conroy, the video was up. The video has been up. Where, right there. And then a lot of this Tracy Johnson. I'm coming to drop some cop at the farm. Paddy goes, I'm on a live. Yeah. I'm coming. And then he goes, that's Tony, people. I'm going to have to end the live here. Yeah, when he was dropping weed off here, that's when he fucked you off. Because all the trouble was coming to the farm on him with the Apollo days. Funny, wasn't it? Nowhere. And then it was like this, it's hate to, you've got like Paddy to, like me and Dan Christine, trying to blame me for the wins. I've told people that was me. You believed everything I put to you. You were saying that you protect me in the gym. You're not liked in the gym much. That's what I'm saying. Like, you've got the fascination with the sayers. I read your book, Frogging the Time. Why do you never speak about Full Sutton when you're in the fucking toilet scrapping with John Henry Sayers? You're all mad. How many acros did Tracy Johnson did Tony Mary Howard say she had? Dodgy Daves and all that. Why not put that out if you despise Dodgy Dave and you're in with Paddy Conroy? Because I don't think Mary House really likes Paddy. Not what I think. Why Mary House getting charged? She's innocent. Well, that's what I'm saying. This is where these devices are getting tough. You know what I mean? And I heard on the grapevine that Tony Burke, when these lot grassed him up, now this is what I heard, people. The police come to his house. They come to question Tony. And there's all these allegations. Wasn't it Tony Burke without the police asking for his mobile phone? There is my mobile phone. Check anything that you want on there. This is how stupid these people are. This in America. There's a YouTube branch in London. So it's not that hard to find out the police going to someone and say, right, this is out. it's funny. It really is. Because remember Team Banks, who's for more the documentary along with Tony Burke, Paul Ellis on Decade, the child protection team when Paul Ellis first went to the shed. You know what I mean? Paddy who was financial road trips, put Tony's PayPal links out there, buying everything that you need, Paddy. It was funny how both fucked off for a while and come back. You haven't seen Davey on the farm. When's Emma and Brian come to see you? Remember when you were doing a meet and greet? Funny, isn't it? Oh, we'll get into London in a second. Tracy Johnson. Emma, however, all went to the police at the same time, trying to get Tony locked up. They tried that, bless him. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. It's so funny, Chris. It's just funny. That's what I'm saying. They're going about Tony's act. Yeah, kind of corner. Wouldn't have had him as a one. PD done a spot to Tony. Before the little hissy fit, Paul Ellis and Buggies. Buggies was probably same with Dodgy there. Bumble couldn't stand it because he was in Paddy. All I mean, mad, innit? Tony went looking for dark but secrets on orders for Paddy. It's fucking brilliant. Remember Tony? Remember if I said the word cragger? Remember the start? The original Cumberland troops, funny, innit? How this person speaks to me once a month and watches out with him. And that's where I said my bits and bobs. That's where my screenshot was. They always said the Cumberland troop had two people. They always said it. The Cumberland troop was two people. It's almost dragon. He's done it. If you go right back, that's how I got drawn into my mate. And even he knows most. Now, I do owe that man an apology for what I said about you. I was angry how you spoke about Steve Brace. I was angry when you went to pick up the door. Or under the bridge. Because when I know people talk, and I speak to people regularly, go to Facebook, go look for people that eat or I've always said this, Tony was banging in it with a load of us. Funny, innit? All you had, your faces up. That's what I've said. That woman who called you yesterday, that one page is, oh yes. Yeah. What page? Where did whole little, this things to realise who was in the hotels for. When I was doing all these hotels, people were, hey, remember when, oh I remember. Oh yes, he knows. When I spoke to that woman yesterday, I got paid a hell of a lot of money to target Tony Burke, to drive a lorry through fucking Paddy Conroy's farm to blow it up when he crashed me up. 140, oh that's right. All that hotel me being on the streets, me being mentally, what was me tired and torn. That was me going and torn. And who was up on the torn he was doing it for? It's mad, isn't it? It's fucked. Trust me, GC. I've been so close with this. I've always said I'm back for 2 reasons. Shuffling and Junior and this little situation. I got brought in by the one. Tony's own words are they are together, are they not? Or am I dreaming them calls happen? I'll tell you what, GC. I'll tell you what. I will give you one live to give you. I'll give you the timestamp. I will put it on my community page. Right? Where John McLean, Decker's old manager, is trying to alter that recording. And that's a fact. That's a fucking fact. Anyone can get arrested, anyone can get accused. You know what I mean? Never been accused. I've just been falsely arrested. I got falsely arrested 3 times for YouTube, all the rest. I've done it all on it. I'm off and the best in the sun. I'm back for a reason. One reason I come back for, and that's it. The best thing is spend what you get. Totally agree with you. Totally agree. But there's things in I know Tony used to represent. No, it's just asking a question. I've got more beef with you, DC, right? I've got one live there, and it clarifies what that before. You've got mates there as well who probably knows the same people I know, GC, that will tell you about Tony. That's how it is. Dr. Kimmins with powers, even better. Dr. Brownport with Parrot, even better. Strobes, why do you think he's going Crown Court? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I've got no idea. Even if she was there, she'll tell you. Strawberry Fields. She will tell you. When I was going to the hotels, that was because Tony Burke, Paddy Conroy, Paul Ellis, Paul Dreyer, and a few others. And how much money did I get paid today for going up them? A fucking hell of a lot. Money in it. You don't go Crown Court if you know what I mean. This is where I'm playing in a minute. It would chase you. There you go. That's simple. That's simple. It's fucking brilliant, this Grubs. This is where I'm saying, like, it's took a lot, and like, I've had a lot of restrictions, like a hell of a lot of restrictions. And you know what's wrong with it. Certain relatives want back in jail, what you don't for a living. It's fucking mad. She took the photo, but she hit the fan. Decker's dad bashed dash. I got paid to go and see Decker's dad. Brilliant, isn't it? Fucking bench. It's sick. It's sick. He was in prison after he did time. This is what I'm saying. And I'll tell you why Tony was on there. I think, right? Yeah, but Darren G said it all. It went for being a non-zero, like that. When you've got a threat on your head, you're getting blue 43 straight away. Look where John and Mercedes is both down the block, working out big, but I hasn't got a protection. He's got a full-on non-swing. For sake, I don't some people on here. I swear to God, we go way back on here. Way back in these clubs. This is where people forget one. We all know about what Paddy's done. Rapist goes on to that, yeah. You know what I mean? He also needs to realise is that he's never been to me. There you go. All the old videos and stuff. Every old video. I don't know. I know he was in army. That's where Simon and Gringo were. They went on 1 month with them. Know what I'm saying? You've got to think as well, the Apollo days. That was all to target Paddy Cromwell. And the cop, right cop, that comes from the northeast. Simple. That's how simple that is. It's always been that simple. But this is how people make things up. And that always Paddy Cromwell is usually followers to target people from people. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I could get one person. I hope she's doing well, by the way. I have got a YouTube friend. Give us a message. Or a Spotify. We've got every last thing. She's got every last thing. Honest to God, she was torn in one. And we fell out. She would tell you the whole situation. The Daddy Kerry did it. Don't ever take you to Alfie or Ash. You would believe him. I know, I speak to Alfie. He's out in a couple of weeks. I'm glad she's okay. Alfie's out in a few weeks. Alfie will leave idea. The travellers, you know what I mean? Who Tony used to work for. There's brass and that. Heated situation. Young Alfie, you know? Tracy Johnson. You know what? Sweet. This is how stupid. I was with Alfie and I was with Levi, I was with Gringo, I was with Simon, I was with Alan, I was with the rest. Or was it not work for them? It took college to shut it. You know what I mean? This is how fucking yes, father is father. Oh, the father, they fucked off to Spain. I remember that. They dad fucked off to Spain. I don't think he ever got caught. Even little Reggie was part of it. Massive conspiracy. They all got on for years. I think he is one. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Did he get 21? I thought, because he never come to Lincoln. He never come to Lincoln with the rest. Gail Adams and that. This is how people are fucking stupid, man. When you know when they go, you're a liar, you do this, you talk shit. It's all fact. I've been in prison with these people. Oh, man. He was on the running, was he? Yeah, they were saying he was over in Spain, he done well, wasn't he? Morning, Shaz. Hope you're well. We got a thing back in the chat. You know what to do. You know what to do. It's like when Tony landed at the month. It's like when Tony landed up. In fact, leave them in, please. I want to see. I'll counteract them. When I fought, and this is 2 years, I didn't know Tony Burton to my mother until this year. And I asked him, he was more polite. He didn't have the right to look. But I talked about his tit for tat. And Axel was a funny little story from the other day, who was speaking about the situation. Funny enough. Then you speak to just Alfie, see Bill. That's it. But where they're from? Where are they from? Tell me now where they're from. These Joeys, what town are they from? Right, Tracy Johnson. Alfie is like his Joey's. What town are they from? And I just said to him right there, tell me now what I'm from. These lads smashed Brown, smashed the boat, smashed E's, cars, crime, whatever was doing was blood spilling tonight. Don't start coming up being mirror hour and start saying you had a chance to put Tony Burke and Zach Brock there, or the alleged actor, like you said. Yeah, man, chick, I'll give you the bell after this. Tell me, that's all I'm going to say to you is you had your chance to get arrested for doing something that most people want you to do. You didn't do it. Now you dug yourself a big hole, targeting anyone that would speak to it. You know what I mean? But we know these people who OGs on here know about this, man. You've never heard me come out and say Tony Burke's been fucking answered how he's done it, when he's done it, and who he's done it on. You've never heard that out my mouth once. Other people's got an opinion about it. You've also got to think people are a little secret on this side about Tony being a couple of us where we all started from. So keep your fucking facts right next time we're here. You're going to get into the minute. Same as Emma, same as Paddy, and everyone's just going to offer the champagne and caviar and fucking have a Chinese. That's how fucking great they are. This is how stupid these people are. I always got taught on Tony. Screenshot the board, dodgy Dave, get your little black book, time, date, stamp, don't. That's how fact. I always remember Tony. I was soft to HMP. And this is where I'm saying to Tony, this is just straight no bullshit. You've got questions I would want to know. Vice versa. The Paddy Conroy and the cop. Because we'll leave the other one out after you try. But I have got that somewhere. And you've probably got that somewhere at that recording of Maria Howard reading that big statement of you. I always got told of Maria Howard that Tony Burke, and this is off Friday as well, is a risk to women. Not sexually, not children, or anything like that. He was a violent man. Past history. Fact. You know why he's split up with his ass and all that, gone to jails and all that. You know all that. And like I said, the whole world dry electricians. I said to him, I can't believe that recording's right. And I always do it. When I seen that John McBain joke back, I thought, there you go. It's like Rhonda Paddy. How much do you trust Rhonda? Did she have dodgy there on a couch? Tony on a couch? Paul Ellis on a couch? All protection for you, because Dickie was going to be you. But isn't Paddy Conroy and Dickie pals? So it doesn't make sense. A man that's known for being a beast, for being sexually, let's say, disgusting towards women, banks on trains, does all the rest. Though they're supporting this man now, calling people bacons and bombs and that. You said today, hey, I must have called to you there by God, your family computer, when your family computer and all it, your laptop money, you have them spam on. You think you've got one over a me that, how can I put it? You think you've got one over a me, you think you've got letters, but you had a gullible foot. Because you would read them letters out, you answer the questions that I wanted, like the rest of them. And you think dodgy Dave never put his out. Why do you not think Danny Christie what he's all? Why do you think Brett Mayer, who can't read, never read his all? You did. Emma did. You got played like fucking real. You really think that 10 grand went into my bank? I thought started with you. You thought 10 grand went into my bank. You said on the video, Paddy Conway, this is you. You. This, we want them bank statements. You will be getting seen in the jail. The boys will see you. You remember Andrew McMahon bringing me over a basket for these bank statements? Come and get them. We'll come and get them. That's how, hey, Andrew McCann didn't know about Operation Empire. Emma tried running with it. Remember when I put Emma into John Silver, Sammy Lee, Paula Benny, all the rest of them? She was gonna got a fucking, she was gonna got a look if I shouldn't use my name. Oh my god, that's how fucking stupid you are. You're sitting there, Paddy, in your shed, calling this man. You had your arm around. You had labour on your fucking farm. You had fucking running about the north, taking donations for you. He was your protection. Can't sit on that farm by yourself. I went past your farm so many times, it's a fucking shit hole. You grass, by your tractor, show progress on your farm. You're nearly dying, fella. Do what you want to do, not the villain and the gangster that you think you are. What about getting blackballed? What about the lie you didn't stay with in the allotment check? This is how fucking stupid you are. You're calling Dave a man married. You've got a fixation on the sayers. You keep on going on about these fucking murders. Well, what are you gonna do with these murders? I'm gonna find out if it is. I'm gonna roll along with these. If you didn't put these murders and fucking all that out there, you're not gonna have nothing to talk about. Why do you always look left when you write down what you're gonna talk about? You can tell the balls on people in the shed talking about all this. But did Paul fucking shoot you all up? You're a freak, man. You are a freak. You've got family minds out there. And you're using that family to get any information you can from people on YouTube and that time. Getting people to bring the police and that. You walk to a copper station, Paddy. You fucking sprouted that you're getting targeted on YouTube and then putting people's names in. Well, that's for you. You're trying to protect yourself. But at the next minute, you're a grass on people. What the fuck? I don't like a lot of people, Paddy. I've been sitting down twice for this shit. You don't see me sitting there grassing on people, get people. Ask one person on this YouTube who I've had listening on it. There's been plenty of opportunities. But nah, not even your fucking JCB boys, you took threats and Emma took them threats. Oh, it's alright, just use our name. I think you're scared. I'm not scared of you. Fucking Davey is what's he gonna do? He's gonna fight his way out. Fucking like that. All he's gonna do is smack it out. He's gonna work out for it. Man can't fight. Fucking sausages. I'm the only one that's probably got a bit of reputation out of all that. He's John fucking Freeman and he comes after an all. That's where all the beef coming from, Paddy. You're just a moleman today. I have heard of plenty of them JCB boys who I have been in the North, in jail, Durham jail, out jail. You're a fucking grass. And you're grassing them up. Even people in the fucking West End, East End, you know them all out. I wrote them all on your letters. Don't read every one of them names out there. He was asking about you. Because you got it. And when you think all the boys used to shout us out of jail, I've done that just to make it sweet for you to read the fucking letters off. That's how stupid you are. You're never ever going to bring it to right, and that's a fucking fact. I'm telling you now, that's what I've done in your book deals. Your monetization channel, you're begging the fucking streets that you've done for the last 5 years. You were that jealous that Danny Christie fucked you off and done the podcast with Steve Ray. You know what I'm saying? You've done it, it's like fucking decade he was fighting for you and Danny was fighting for them, but that's where that is. And look at that picture there, Emma sitting in the background with all your enemies, all these people that you're slagging on, thinking that you're going to get every last bit of information. I know it's going to confuse. You're going to fish on earth every last bit of information, then fuck it up. Fuck right off. You really think Brian likes you? I'm on top of the time on you in 18 months ago about what Brian Cockle said about you. And I told them to go and look at that fucking video you were saying that I was going to jail for about a decade his dad. Yeah? Same with Emma. That's how fucking thick you are, man. Everything gets recorded, man. It's just going to sit there for a rainy day with you. That day you fuck her up and you're going to show you what she said about you. And then what you're going to say about that. You have been the most fucking troublemaking fucking rat on here all the time. You were once part of the troll firm that was tagging decade doing this videos on you in the past, same as everyone else that support you at the minute. G&A Jimmy, the Maria Hours, Emma Cox, Rhonda, in a way. Remember when she joined up with the Fungo, just for that short period. You know what I'm saying? But we don't forget, Paddy. We don't forget. Do you think that, you know, boys in that man, I'm the spokesperson for all right? I don't like bullshit, man, and I don't like people's families getting fucking targeted, women and children, people you screw up. You think it's hilarious. You do a Brett man. I'm on the camera. Every time there's been an attack, you went mine. That's a fact. If you call me a gas and you fight either like expecting the jail, let's go to the Brett Paddy. I've walked to that jail. Like, one person says, fuck off. That's Ryan Islam. That's Mickey Mullen. That's Arthur Say. That's it, what's his name? Satellite. Satellite. Station. That's all them South Shield boys. But I'll tell you the man in Northumberland, yeah, Paul Monmouth. Know what I mean? Runs a jail. I don't see none of their boys runs a jail. I know you've got loads of people watching, and they all laugh at you. You've got 5 to 6 people in your lives, people like your life. You know what I mean? You take your life down so you can't get done. You know what I mean? Funny, isn't it? Humble's got money. I always remember Danny Christie, Humble PD file. That's Jimmy, I know that's you, Jimmy. How late you got on in a minute? Bush. You're never going to win against him. Humble's right, he's more connected than I fucking realised. It's like with that South at 8, it's like that South Wales vlog. I made that up with Darren G. I made that up with Darren G. I don't hear him running about that no more. I don't hear him running about half this book that I've fucking told no more. You can sit there with the stick and think that she's trying mighty. If I had to get the fucking band back together on here, I think the tables would turn. There's a lot of people. Because I know for the fact this Steve, Paddy, and Jimmy Emma, why don't you go and ask him for these letters about you? I think there's fucking 20, 30 letters on you. You can't even connect the fist. Thailand's got a great unlicensed option. It's great, isn't it? How he's all thinking about tries in Thailand. That's you. Very funny, isn't it? Very funny. I sit there and I laugh. I sit and fucking laugh daily. You Emma, target boxing. Now that's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. I know people speak to one of them and all into everyone else, Lammy and all the rest. I know who speaks to all them. I've heard it off their own mouths. Like Axel said, I've got fleas everywhere. And your fleas all used to speak to me, girl. What was Emma Cocknell? Wasn't she a hooker as well? Funny, innit? I want to read my story out. I can't go into the church. I used to be a drug dealer. I used to sell heroin, tech heroin. Yeah, you know what? When I landed in Dearborn jail, it's quite full of all the boroughs, man-like boroughs. And I met one kid. I had a conversation, and I was walking in the library. I brought the tax man over. I know about him. I saw what did you used to sell him? Crack and brown. We all know that he had a problem on heroin. Emma Nixon or Emma Williams, as you are known. Even Mandy Jameson, the most loving and special, along with Sharon and a few other ladies on it, who's well respected, has a very high opinion about you. You shit on all your mates. All your mates. Because you want to be known. You want an attention seeking, clickbait, and he's no fucker. And I tell you what, Roxy's more educated than you. You're just targeting her family because you know she's prettier than you. You know she's more educated than you. You know she's got a family, something you can't help. You sit there with your stabby 2 dogs and that, whatever it's fucking, that you know, the kid that fucking looks at you all the time. She's a full-blown Jimmy. You now know this is you. I've got you saying that for plenty of time. Welcome to the chat, Jimmy. Now, remember, Jimmy, we'll go back a bit here. About 2 years ago. 2 fucking years ago. Remember when Emma and Maria, myself, Tom Bird, Hannah, were all targeting you and Ben on. You know what I mean? And banter, kiss the brick, and Babs defending you. And you shit on them because you just want clicks and views. That's all you want. You can try target Axel. I know for a fact Axel will destroy you in seconds, which he has done on here. All you've got to do is want people's names, addresses, all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's 4 years old. It's really all out there in my address. You know what I mean? But Emma thinks she's kind of funny, and she put all them numbers out there, and my ex-bird, my mother, and myself. When I put hers up, so Paddy Conroy's up, Sue changed her numbers, thinkers. This is going out to Cleveland police. Right, I put myself a trip. So I know the clip. It's their own doing, Cleveland police. They bring it all on themselves. Yeah. Because silly little girls who sit there, brass, take channels down, make like immature videos. It's hilarious. You know what I mean? It's like when you often, like, do you think you are Tony Soprano? You know, when you said you wanted to be in a Catholic, Roxy, you were going to be Maria and Carol. And then you were trying to, like, get Andrew mathematical figure. I think that's a bit of bullying as well. But when she lands at you are nowhere to be seen. You're sitting there like, I don't know, you look like you look like a clown with Down syndrome. thinking you're not pretty, you look like fucking, something like that fucking, what's his name of that fucking great, man. Or, you know, when Blue Peter saying, this is what we made earlier, but it's not 100% right, that's you. Like, you're just intelligent, you said, all you do is just speak to people constantly. Like, you're trying to get out of Patrick Watt, dig out what, then attack down what. I'll tell her how it is, I'll go through on the fuck where I'm starting from. What child, if he's actually going to watch Humble's old videos, isn't the child toys in his front limb? Isn't the child's toys in his front limb? Like, I know I'm not innocent. All that for a fine fact. But he's a well-respected man. Like John and Stephen says, and Michael, I had a lovely conversation with their dad. Great man, well educated. You know, when a few months ago, we were in Newcastle. I fucked off and I went and met someone. When my ex-class was having a bit of food. It's clear when you get past things, you've got to analyse it. One thing I always got off Steve Rafe was do your research. Now you all think, Jimmy, that I'm just walking my nose in this. But I know deep down, Steve Rafe back into the shit corner. He would tell you what I was doing, how I was doing it. I asked Steve Rafe, this is a fact. I want to know more about the sales of the Geordie connection. I read he's Dead Boys 3 by the one and only Jamie Moore, who's a fantastic author. And that's where they don't like him, because Fry wants the book right to Lee Duffy. You know what I mean? He wants to be the only one to publish the Lee Duffy books. But in one book by Jamie Moore, there's a lovely little paragraph by Stephen Sayers. And there's also a nice paragraph by Decker Egg. But when I read Job, right, you know, the taxman, it's like it was written by a bunch of fucking infants. Like the book, the Steve Rafe books. No, it's there. Lovely picture of you trying Steve Rafe. Like Steve Rafe got Fry on all these podcasts. Mad, innit? Sean Apples, James English, to have back to the home, or something like that, you know. Video Craig. But the fact is, Emma, we know about it. It's just a waiting game. And once Paddy fucks you clean up, which I do think he has done. It was not live last night. It was there. Or restrictions. Yeah, it's quite funny, I think. Using your second accounts and all that kind of stuff. Like your man like Jimmy. After we've said it, being actually done it, the man's a fucking toilet. Like, we should really have a one page clip of every fucking one vision that Jimmy does. Like, how tight do you get him to watch it on CCTV when you're in bed? Well, you're never in bed, are you? But you're still begging him his attention. You know what I mean? I wonder what his young wife, what with the wives, I'm gonna say. Funny. Fucking hilarious. I sit there and absolutely laugh. And it's like she wants to jump in with like Shuttler, fucking Julie, and big up Sarah Montan and Paddy Smackhead. That's it. What you doing? I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. Is Andrew McCann not giving you enough? You know what I mean? When he's trying to add this on Facebooks and that, you need to realise that you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. You will get respect off me going toe to toe on a live, the likes of DJ, respect DJ to see you there, fucking ice cream, Sharon, Babs, for anyone else. But you won't. That means you've got some high. Real ones stand on a panel and says people, not block them in a chat, not block them anywhere. You can't handle the truth. And that's where your famous phrase is, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. Because you said it that many times, you believe your own lies. Well, you know what I mean? You're just an immature little girl with no ambition, with a full-blown drug habit. And you said to me you haven't touched drugs for 5 years. Oh my God, honest to God. If you walked into a church, Emma, the place would probably set a light. You know what I mean? You probably would have fucked JC through the window. Jimmy, you're a challenge because you can't live under the Union flag because you're a nonce. That's a what? Any millman, like, even though that your face has been out there, Jimmy, you still can't show it off. You were your first ever live. Your first ever live was dedicated. And you told me that you and Dave were out. So where do you stand on that? Jimmy, you're doing what Emma's doing. You fucked all your mates up. And now shit's in the fan. Because we know who you are, what you're about, where you're from, your relatives. Like when you're shuffling and Julian, your family out there. You know what I mean? Your family. You were trying to pay to go out there. And that's how we knew you would delete the messages and the Instagram. You're a silly boy. You are a silly boy. In a minute, I'll hear it. Yep. He needs a bacon, put a gun in his wife's mouth. Like, bits and bobs. Yep. Know what I mean? Then said he was trying to trick people. This is what I mean, he stumbles. Jimmy's an alcoholic, people. Jimmy is an alcoholic. Really is an alcoholic. And that's why I always say Jimmy's IQ to the bottom of a whiskey glass. Because anything you say about me, Jimmy, I really wouldn't give up. That's how simple that is. He is a well-known. Yeah, but that be Jimmy do. That is you. You're an immature little boy, Jimmy. You never, ever want to succeed in trying to be someone else. Your channel's a pile of shit. You're a pile of shit. Your full family looks like a pile of shit. You can't come over here because you smell like shit. Like, you know, why would you go fucking, like, the nonsense part of fucking Thailand? Paradise. The only paradise you probably get is that fucking proper fucking shit. You know? That's all you are, lad. You're not for the grass. You're not for a woman. And you know what? Keep on doing what you're doing, lad. You're just making a bigger teeth to yourself. Any DJ. That's what I'm saying, man. Everyone was watching. I said some mad stuff. I'm not sure that you know, same thing that Jimmy said. You're a drug dealer, so heroin and crack. You really think that anyone is going to let you around children? It's part of the license agreement, it's a part of the matter. Don't research it that much. Because I could put paperwork being out saying, hey, no, this is the fact I've got it. Yes, sir. Oh my God, from here. Tell me what you want, I'll give you the ear now. Put on my paperwork, tell me what you want. And so you're on people on 16. Well, I was watching my niece and nephew a couple of weeks ago. My ex-bird had children on the age of 16. That's probably about it, really. Else, Jimmy? Scramble, yes, oh yeah. I'm a good uncle, me, Jimmy. Very good. Oh, and I don't have to get young girls pregnant. This is like an oasis certificate. I'll tell you what it is. This comes from Port. This, yeah, all right. It's quite big, you know. It's got headers, the application, fancy top. It's got a right? I've got engineered junior. Right, camera time. Okay, got it. I'm sick. I'm in. Guys, are you all watching? Are you all watching? I want to show you something. I think it's about. Can you do this, Paddy Cumberland? Jimmy G and him. That there. Oh, camera on wrong one. Shit. Maybe I don't know how this is me. There's my name, Jimmy. There. There's my name there. Sorry if it's backwards, people. But if you can read it there, Ashley Douglas. It's got a bit of that's better. Is it? No. Fuck's sake. I fucked this up. There's my name. Try and focus all this up. There's my name, Jimmy. Right on this bit of paper here. And there. My name is right there. Ashley Douglas. And if anyone can see that there, tell me what that says, people. Tell me what that says there. Right there. There. children in the community, law. Risking custody, law. What does that mean, Jimmy? It's right there, Mush. Right there. Put it even further for you, fella. Right there. What does that say? Any more? Any more? My offences are there to go, Jimmy, if you want to try and get them as well. Which are already up on YouTube. Lord, Jimmy. Is that alright for you? Okay. Little boy. Oh, there, Jimmy. Follow witness assessments. Little boy blue. Call me a nonce. Drive through with Jimmy. I'll send the full fucking picture to Axel, you fucking weirdo. Don't start coming on here trying to call me a thing. Law to women, to children, to everyone else. I'm aware, lad, this shit called not bullshit, lad. You stay strong, brother. You stay strong. You know the gist, lad. I'm gonna be no woman in jail. What do you mean, no woman in jail? No woman in jail. What do you want? Shit, Jimmy. You no fucking standing. Dumbo started it. No, that's a swear to God, brother. Oh, they've all been in this morning, lad. I must stand no more. If these want to go toe to toe, well, brutalise them better. And they know we will. Humble Dry exposed you. Humble Dry has never exposed me. Why didn't you go and ask the conversation about me? Go and ask Humble about the conversation we had at Christmas. I don't think there's no exposing there. In fact, I think there's a nice little TikTok video that me and Humble did. Okay? That's it. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll keep that pinned. You are a bacon, Jimmy. End of. You're a full-on bacon. And anyone that I'm not even scared of that firm. I'm not even asked about that firm. I'm not bothered. They're not going to kill you. Nah, keep him. Keep him. He's entertainment. He's funny. I've just sat here for an hour and 20 minutes and told you, Jimmy, your little firm, the Muppets, how it is. And I couldn't give a fuck what people saying you're going in at women and this. I watch people on here go out women constantly. Underexposed toilet on Sesame. What are you on about, Jimmy, lad? Underexposed toilet on Sesame. You've exposed more toilets than, I don't know, did the fucking right man position on toilets? You did, you little freak. Touching your daughter inappropriately, grabbing her breast, rubbing your palm down her leg on a picture. Yeah, I'm keeping you out of it, lad. No, please, and get them out of it, man. But yeah, you do you, bro. My wife used to leave it. I'm fucking not sick of them. Sick of them, mush. I couldn't give a fuck who they're in midnight. I couldn't give a fuck who knows about me. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if Paddy was trying to call me a child abuser or whatever. Know what I mean? I'll go to trial. I'll go sit there, mate. Because we both know, mush. Never once laid a finger on a kid. So Humble Dry in line when he said yes, boy, I was selling crack to kids. I think you need to actually go and realise, Jimmy, that he said I had kids working for me, which was a lie. I think my youngest runner was about 19, who used to work for me. Good lad. He's a very good lad. He's in jail. But if you come over here, Jimmy, you'll probably punch your face in, man. That's how funny it is, isn't it? And I watched you get battered black and blue of of Ben at you. You're gas, lad. Like, you're like a mongrel. You're like a mongrel of rot. That's how funny you are. Like, you look like Gargamel. You little freak. You said he was caught selling next to a factory, mate. Get your facts right. This is what I'm saying. So humble as a liar. I don't know. You asked him. It's like, you're a liar when you said when you went to Malaysia and you couldn't go to, where was it, Burma? Hey, because there's a war going on. Why didn't you show you crossing the border, do you mean? Why couldn't you show you crossing the border? And you actually anywhere near humble dryer? Know what I mean? That's how hilarious it is. And it's like you've got outed, Jimmy. Your full family got outed off Julian and shuffling, and you couldn't even do nothing about it. You got robbed off Dodgy Dave, still couldn't do nothing about it. You were mates with Decorative, mate. Your own words. You tried paying us with crypto because you couldn't send money because that little shit village in your little mudhood. Guys, you haven't got internet banking, have you, Jimmy? Oh, look, how did you sort your eyes off? Have you ever heard of White Spec Service? You're telling him my name is going to be give Dave free cash. And then send me videos. Don't you know those videos? No DVDs around being mate. People thinking that like Dodgy Dave says never even got put out before. You know what I mean? That's how stupid you are. Humble said you so cracked the kid, so if he wasn't telling the truth, then Humble is a liar. Well, go and ask him. Do a video about it. Do a live. Why did you not invite him onto your panel, Jimmy? 2.5, I think it was, you know. I think it was 2.5 grand he got rinsed. Fucking hilarious, man. But I'm going to wrap it up here, people. I've had a nice hour and a half. I'm going to go make some lovely, Jimmy, I'm going to go make some lovely English bacon. I'm going to go make some lovely English. Twice a bit. Yeah, right there you go. You've never been there a 13 and a 14 ever. You've got, like, this is the way you talk to me, the way you've got this picture of me when it's bullshit. You told me you've been arrested twice a bit. Yeah, there you go. Right there you go. You come back home and think of something you come back, you gotta go out. Is that correct? That's from your own people. That's not what I'm saying. Anthony, you're telling me you get done for 2 rapes, you've been arrested for 2 rapes and you're getting at me? Yeah, but listen, how do I know it, listen? You could be a rapist. You could be a rapist. Did you find out? How can I find out? If you can't get your DBS check and prove it then. Right, I'll put my record on there, you put your full record on there. Well, you put your full record on as well. 100%, I was going to say to you, you put your record on there, 1,000,000%. So why is people in York saying that you've raped birds? That's what you only know. You only know that Oscar for. No, what the fuck? So when I go to look at all the York people on my Facebook, there's fucking loads of them. But one lad messaged me saying that you tried to fucking rape his daughter, he went round to your house and robbed you. What? If I was guilty as well, because when I go to court for my kids, they do the same on you. Why can't you see your kids then? What do you mean? No, I'm saying, if I wasn't a big girl, I won't go to police to see my kids, would I? Yes, why would you go to court for your kids? Because I wanted to do it the other way. Yeah, but why you stop seeing them in the first place? I don't even know how to begin from there. Why?
anybody knows that by his address, put his address in the comments. I want to know where he lives. These situations now need to be dealt with. And for me, the bullying people online, not just bullying people online, but they're trying to ruin my career, trying to get in the way of my business, trying to get in the way of what I'm doing. And I think it's wrong. It is totally wrong, guys. 5K, like. See you, John Humble. I'm in the gym. I'm ready for you, Mazz. Bring your fair play, man. Bring your bum, boys.